Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Of course, this premiere is premiering after my previous premiere. If you haven't, go watch that, please. And today I'm going to be talking about the Bermuda High setup for 2023 and how it's going to affect storm tracks and what areas are going to be at the highest risk. I'm not going to be talking about tropical cyclone intensity today in this video, just pure storm tracks. And like I said, please go watch the previous premiere if you haven't. And without further ado, let's get started. So, of course, this is going to be a much shorter video, and there's going to be no graphics, so sorry about that. But, yeah, for some reason today, my internet is kind of slow today, so sorry if there's any loading things. Anyway, guys, so, to start, we see here, they're going into April and May. The Bermuda High, is pretty weak. As we go into June, though, the CFS monthly shows up to 1,025 millibars. August and weekends to 1,024. September and October, it's extremely weak, which could mean storms could go out to sea, and much of the area might be at below average risk. But during the season, 1,025 millibars, basically what that's going to mean for July, and since it stays like this until August, we're just going to use this. So the Bermuda High is much stronger this way. So this is going to be the main area of influence, but of course it's not going to block that whole area. More like this area, meaning storms are going to be able to go easily into places like the Bahamas, southern Florida, and Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, meaning a general landfall risk area highest of the entirety of southern Florida, the Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Haiti, etc. And as during the peak, it shows a much weaker Bermuda High. Storms are much easier. They can much easier. Sorry about that. Get into up the East Coast, and much less of them can go into the Gulf of Mexico, which would be good for the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. That's why I am pausing there for a second. Sorry about that. And if I misspeak, it's because I'm talking too fast. Anyway, storms will be able to go out to sea easier, with the Bermuda High much weaker during later in the season. And if we go to CanSIPs, which we're going to quickly go back to January, we do see here they show 1,026, 1,027 millibars for July, and then August, September, we do see how the Bermuda High starts to get weaker, and by October it's very weak. So let's take the peak, for example, September. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, it's hard to take a screenshot. There we go. Sorry about that. We do see here that the Bermuda High is much weaker, so maybe not as hot as far as Cuba, as western Cuba, but definitely still eastern Cuba we could see. So let me just make the center. We can see the southern Florida, only part of Cuba, the entirety of the Bahamas, and generally this region storms could go through, which would put less of the risk on the Gulf, but a higher risk on the East Coast where storms could recurve. But earlier in the season, okay, there we go, we do see a very strong Bermuda High, which in part could only maybe put the main risk on only part of the Bahamas, part of Florida, but the entirety of Cuba and the Yucatan, etc., which storms could then go into the Gulf of Mexico. So the overall thing for landfall risk is the entirety of Cuba, southern Florida, the Bahamas, and the Yucatan, as well as Dominican Republic, Haiti, etc., etc. Now, if we look at, say, October for CanSIPs, we do see how Bermuda High much weaker. Maybe the Leeward Islands and Bermuda can be hit, but most storms will recurve out to sea. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry about any pauses or me losing my train of thought or me speaking too fast and messing up on words. This video is just a quick video, so there's not a lot of info in this video. I just want to get a point to you guys. Anyway, Hope you guys understand. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments or in the live chat if you're watching this. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Good night.